Hello everyone, have you gone through the title? Do you know this simple map can fetch you around 10 marks in UPSC? This is Ramsai, let us come to our channel. Now we are discussing the NCRT, PYQ or UPSC related stuff, the second lesson which is dealing with the second chapter of NCRT 6th standard from hunting gathering to growing food. Let us see how many questions have come from this particular chapter in UPSC. See, if you go through this chapter, you can expect nearly several few 2 marker questions in UPSC prelims and even a 10 marker question in mains. You can also have optional level questions from this own chapter. See, if you read this one particular chapter, you can expect direct questions for prelims, for general studies mains, and even history optional. So let us see how many questions that actually came from this chapter and how many can be asked. As I said, you closely observe this one map. See, from this map in UPSC Prelims 2013, there has been a question regarding the Neolithic sites, Neolithic sites of India from this very own map. See, if you can closely observe here, the blue squares mark the Neolithic sites. Payampalli, Halluru, Chirand, Koldiva, Mahagara, Daujalihadi, Home, and Mehergarh. See, directly there has been a question from 2013 prelims UPSC regarding the Neolithic sites, which is straight from the chapter NCRT. Similarly, you can also expect another question from this very own map, especially in the context of the Karnool caves. The Karnool caves is an important Paleolithic site. See, it is an important Paleolithic site where we have the earliest evidence of usage of fire. See, we have the earliest evidence of usage of fire from the Karnool caves, which is a straight UPSC level question. UPSC level question for prelims. And not to mention the standard of history optional. For history optional students, this map is like a mind map, especially for the first question of 25 map pointing or 20 map pointing questions. There will be definitely 2 to 3 places will be directly coming from this own map. This small map can fetch you 10 marks in the entire UPSC journey. Straight from the Neolithic sites, the Paleolithic sites, and other aspects. See, if you observe here the Bhimbetka site is known for the prehistoric prehistoric rock shelters as well as rock paintings. Prehistoric rock paintings. So here comes another important question. From this single map, you can expect or make around 10 questions of UPSC standard, which was already asked in UPSC from this single map. So let us move forward from the map to the other contents of this very own chapter. Strictly limited to this chapter of how we can get UPSC questions. See, as I have already said, the question on Bhimbetka, the rock paintings, has been already asked even in UPSC mains, particularly regarding the rock paintings. The rock paintings, which is a 10 marker question in UPSC mains, where they ask that the prehistoric paintings reflect the culture of the people. So it is a direct question from this chapter where it is referring to the rock paintings in the Bhimbetka rock shelter. Bhimbetka rock shelter, where the culture of the earliest people is depicted in these paintings, where they depict the hunting scenes, they depicting the hunting scenes, the dancing scenes, and their celebrations. So, within just 2 pages, we got a 10 marker question and a few 2 marker questions for prelims. Going further, as I have already said, the Karnool Caves. I have already explained it. The Karnool Caves where the first discovery or first evidence of fire comes. So here comes our third question for fire for UPSC prelims. These questions have been already asked in the UPSC previous papers and they have the potential to be asked further. Let us go further. See, the beginning of farming and the beginning of domestication, the domestication of plants and animals. In UPSC 2020 prelims, there has been a direct question regarding the domesticated animals. Domesticated animals in the Neolithic period. Domesticated animals in the Neolithic period in UPSC prelims 2020, which is a direct question from this particular paragraph where you can see the earliest pet being dog, and even they have habituated or the domesticated sheep, goat, and cattle. Even they have mentioned about the pig. See, in 2020 prelims, their question is about what are the animals which were domesticated by the people or Neolithic people. So, these are all the animals which have been domesticated by the Neolithic people. Okay, let us see how. See, already we are halfway through the chapter, but we got already more than 10 marks which are relevant for the UPSC. That is why the NCRT is considered as the basic fundamental for your UPSC journey. Next, after coming uh, closer to the end of the chapter, here we have an important question regarding the Neolithic site of Burza home. Burza home. See, this particular place in Kashmir, Burza home in Kashmir, is known for the Neolithic habitations where early domestication of dog is observed. Early domestication of dog is observed right from this chapter. In 2011 UPSC prelims, there has a direct bit, not indirect, a direct question regarding the place Burza home, where they mention about the earliest reference of pit houses and dog habituation. The Burza home is known for pit dwellings, pit dwellings, and use earliest domestication of dog. See, these are the direct questions which have already come from this particular chapter. Next, moving further, they explain about the different types of stone tools. The stone tools is a recurrent theme for UPSC, especially prelims as well as mains. For history optional students, it's mandatory that they knew about different stone tools and their types. There were different types of stone tools. There are even questions regarding the type of stone tools which were used by the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic people. How the evolution of stone tools is described in this particular chapter. See, next, another very important recurrent theme of UPSC or the recurrent question from this particular chapter is regarding the settlement of Mehergar. Mehergar. See, all these questions are mentioned in that one particular map. See, if you can understand and study that one particular map, you can have access to nearly 10 to 20 marks in your hand. Mehergar, Burzahom, Bimbetka, the Kurnool Caves, Dowjali Hoarding, all are in this map, but everything has its own question, has its own significance. So, such is the importance of studying the NCRTs in perspective of the UPSC. So, how the UPSC will pose the questions. See, the Mehergar is known for the earliest village. It is the earliest village in the subcontinent. Earliest village in the subcontinent. See, now here we can have another question also. Mehergar is the place where we find the earliest cultivation of barley and wheat. Barley and wheat. This is the place where earliest cultivation was found is Mehergar. So here we got another question. These are all from the same map which we have shown you. Now, this Mehergar is also known for the four-roomed houses and the types of burials. The types of burials the people used in that age. The burial practices. This is also very much important for the understanding the prehistoric practices, the cultural practices. See, overall, we have come to the end of the class where there is also a description about the cave paintings in France. See, in this particular chapter, we have heard that from this very own single map, we have studied about the important questions. We mentioned about nearly three already previous questions from UPSC prelims and a previous question from UPSC mains, such that this one map can fetch you around 10 to 20 marks, and understanding this map can fetch you even more marks. So this is the second chapter in the sixth standard NCRT, from food gathering to growing food. See, now in the next chapter or in the next video, we will be discussing about the other important UPSC direct questions from the next chapter. Until then, thank you.